It appears that Scottie Scheffler may have been a little aggressive in trying to get to the golf course, which is understandable.
I'm sure he was like, listen, it's right there, just let me go.
Yeah.
And the cop goes, no, you can't go, for no reason.
Right.
To be honest, this is what I come back to.
Because they apparently made a decision that this is the plan we're going with right now. And he was trying to maybe say, well, this doesn't look like a good plan to me. I can easily go down that road. So
right, and so I think there was probably, he was told, don't go. Here's my guess on what happened. Pure speculation. After I get done coughing. Here's my guess. He came out where they didn't want him to come out, and he was right there to where, like, look, that's where I got to go, and I got a tee time. And they're like, look, you weren't supposed to pull out here. Get back in line.
Right.
You're not going. He said, I'm going right in. This is ridiculous. I'm going in. And that's what I said. Was he a complete a-hole? We don't know. We don't know what he said. We still don't know. That's not there.
It's not really in his nature to be like that. But
what is the role of the police? To protect and serve, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Not to legislate, adjudicate, to, look, he didn't want, you don't like that he pulled out? But this is what I said all along. The course, which I'm sure is paying the police department in some degree to provide security. Right now, I'm sure other cops had to come and be a part of this accident that happened.
Right.
But you're working hand in hand with this tournament to put on a civic event in Louisville. Your job is not to be the most litigious pain in the ass you can be. Your job is to help put this tournament on for the greater good of Louisville. And so if he's there and he can just pull in and you can move on and focus on directing traffic, that's what you should have done. It's not about that one time. It's not to be the class bully.
Right.
And say, I told you to get back in line. If you don't get back in line, then we're going to go to the nth degree. They arrested a man. Did you see how many cars were there arresting a guy for pulling into a place he was supposed to go into? Like, they have got to come up with something else, or this is the most obvious waste of time for everybody and resources for Louisville.
In this case, the golfers are special. They're playing. You know, or if nothing had happened, they have their own entrance.
Well, that's what I said.
He's driving a car they've given him. They're clearly different. It's a different set of circumstances.
And they're part of the show.
Right.
And the show must go on. As much as you're protecting the course, you're protecting them. Mm-hmm. That is part of what you've been brought there to do. And so you're not taking care of it. Listen, I'm sure Scottie Scheffler, and everyone says he's a great guy. I'm sure he is a great guy. Great guys have bad days. Great guys also get pissed off.
Right.
I'm sure he threw some attitude at the guy.
Right.
And the guy's like, well, guess what? I'm going to arrest you because I can. And that guy, if we don't see some other video or hear some kind of audio, which we're not going to because he didn't have his body camera on.
Allegedly.
Well, they've said it's not on.
No, I mean, yeah, they've said it isn't on, but seems.
Oh, you say maybe they recorded it? They don't like what they saw?
It seems rather convenient that this guy who told a tale that doesn't appear to be holding up with the facts, he was the one who didn't have his body cam on. I mean, that seems really like that's bad police work right there. I mean, it's like a checklist. Badge, whatever, body cam on. I mean, it'd be like tapping your left butt cheek to make sure you have your wallet. I mean, it's like standard operating procedure. That seems a little mysterious to me, also. But
yeah, I think in the end charges will be dropped.
I think probably too, but I don't see the advantage. If they're going to drop charges, I don't see the advantage to stringing it out. All it does is, would we be talking about it today if the charges had been dropped? No, we wouldn't have. So it doesn't do them any good. And also, if they are going to drop the charges, it's because in some regard they're in the wrong, and all they're going to get is a few more days of people saying, hey, they're in the wrong. Dandy. So Scottie Scheffler's back playing golf today, so everything's fine.
Apple, Star Wars, and cheese. If we discuss Law and Order, I've got bingo. Curtis responded to our friend NYPD Blue or Newsroom, and I'm there as well.
I think Curtis sent me something about Law and Order the other day. Oh, yeah, that it was being extended for its...
I don't think it was me.
Maybe, I don't know. I think you maybe liked something or something.
I may have liked something.
Something like that. But now I almost, when it crosses my teeth, because it comes on a lot of times before the soccer, because it's on USA, like, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours a day.
Yeah, every Sunday.
So... I sort of made a point since we went into this, rabbit hole of watching a couple.
I don't want to go. I brought it up just to say I don't want to go any further.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
Hey Kansas City, Joe Spiker, Easton Roofing, back for another beautiful springtime in Kansas City. We are proud to announce our renewed partnership with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Starting in 2024, a portion of every job sold will be donated to a cause close to my heart. I was a big, and I encourage you to volunteer. And if you hire us for service on your residential or commercial roof, you'll know that a portion of the profits will go to a great cause. So call us at 913-257-5426. Easton Roofing. Integrity matters.
All right, the Good Sense end of the hour answer. 4 players have played at least 150 career games for both the Royals and Rays, who they will see this evening in St. Pete. Name any one of them. 150 plus.
Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon is one. Well done, Danny.
How many?
4. 150 games.
4 players?
Yep, 150 or more
he's
with
a pitcher,
both
so
squads.
James Shields clearly wouldn't have played 150 for either, I assume.
Hang on. Pena?
Nope. Got another center.
Gomes?
Nope. You do have...
that's a good guess, but Gomes probably didn't get to 150 with the Royals.
All outfielders. You mentioned Damon.
Joey Gathright?
Joey Gathright, the first.
Oh, my.
He's the only one that also jumped over a car.
That's
about what he should be known for.
Yeah. He was not a good baseball player.
Good car jumper.
I love this question. I'd like to sit and think about it longer. All outfielders, you said.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'm out just for the interest of time.
Yeah.
The other two, David DeJesus, who played. He's the only one to play 200 with both. He went to the Rays after he was a Royal, and the other
famous bowler as well.
Yes, Jose Guillen.
Oh no.
DeJesus, Damon, Guillen, Gathright. Only 2 men have won at least 20 career games for both. Those are probably pretty easy.
Wade Davis and James Shields?
Wade Davis and James Shields.
Yeah, those are pretty easy. It is a program we just gave away Good Sense. You can get some Good Sense on your way home, goodsense.com. If you go there, you can order your party trays for this weekend or whenever. Use the code WHBG5 and save $5. Party tray is a great way to entertain with, whether it's cookie tray, the wonderful sliced sandwiches, the family-sized pasta. They got it all. It's at Good Sense. Go to goodsense.com or download the Good Sense app. Use the promo code WHBG5. Danny Clinkscale's with us. Brought to you by our friends at Easton Roofing. Hail, Danny, has been an issue.
It has.
And Easton Roofing is there for you.
They are.
You specifically. And everybody else. As a matter of fact, working the entire metro, that includes Lawrence and Topeka. Estimates always free, no payment collected. So you're 100% satisfied. Get the peace of mind you need. Go to eastonroofing.com and schedule your appointment today. Free inspections, free estimates at Easton Roofing. Danny, the boys in blue. Which one's more compelling, Sporting or the Royals? Have the Royals won so much they're now boring?
No.
Okay.
They definitely have not gotten to that point yet. They played a boring homestand for a neutral observer because they jumped out to big leads. They were easy games.
Love those games.
And, it's great for a fan. If you're just casually watching the game, you can watch the game in about 15 minutes. Oh, it's 8-0. Are they going to blow it?
It was Tuesday.
No. So what they've done so far is this perfect confluence of winning far more games when they didn't score and it was close than they should have by percentage, and then stopped playing those games. So far they haven't gotten to the point where they can start to even the balance of where you should be when you play those games, because now they're just killing people. So perfection. So they never should have won as many of those games, but they did. And now they are on a complete roll with great confidence, and that's a cool thing in baseball, especially when you play every day and you're playing well. There's a definite momentum. For sure.
Oh yeah. When they don't play, I'm disappointed.
Right.
Like last night, I'm like,
no game. Yeah, exactly.
It stinks.
That's what's great about
baseball. They're back to having the second best run differential in the American League, fourth best in baseball, behind only the New York Yankees, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Phillies are a wagon right now.
29.
What do those
6.
three cities have in common?
They're big.
Yes.
They're large communities.
Big market teams.
Yes. Yeah, I'm. To me, the Royals, they're not. I don't think they're this good. I will say that. I don't think they're a team that should be playing to this winning percentage with the roster that they have. But it's not fluky. You could say they won more of those close games than they should have, but they did, and they had great starting pitching and didn't need many runs. So kudos to them. They've earned this, but would I be shocked if over the next, what do they play now, 50?
51.
51? Over the next 51 games, if they have the same record, I'll be stunned. I will. But they don't really have to either.
No.
So
if they're one under, they'll be 62-50 at the 100 and or 57,
that's why when a team
57 and 45 at the 102 game mark, and they'll be in pretty damn good spot.
I was asked a question 15 games ago, I guess, or how many games we have to get to. I think it was one of the days you were out before. It's a sample size that resonates. And I said, well, with a team without a track record, I don't know if you get there even within one season. For instance, that point I said, hey, the A's are almost 500. Are they going to stay that way? I don't think so. And we've played 40 games. And, of course, the A's have sucked since then because they're not very good.
If you're just judging that season.
But I think the Royals are at least a 500-ish team, maybe better. And that's good enough the rest of the way to make the playoffs. So they just have to avoid some kind of disastrous stretch that puts them in peril again, because I don't think they have another run like this in them.
And the good thing about that, though, is that they would seem to have a rotation that would avoid losing 8 of 10. You're probably not going to lose 8 of 10 when you're trotting out at least 3 really good pitchers and really nobody who you look at and go, oh, boy, we better get some runs tonight.
But what we see in baseball now is that seldom do you have starters who go out there, barring a line drive off of his arm, or they'd have not missed a start this year.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't happen usually in baseball these days.
You said they're not this good. Mm-hmm. So how good are they? I want to define that, and then I want to run something by you.
I think they're about a 500 team. That because there just isn't enough depth in their offense, and the back end of their bullpen is still shaky.
So let me run this by you. OPSs of the 9 most common hitters for a ball club: 645, 729, 691. Stop cheating.
You're asking him, not me. Who cares what I look at?
645, 729, 691, 553, 824, 773, 649, 700, 747. Right? A couple of guys that got some 200-plus plate appearances. 3 guys got 200 plate appearances. 740, 746, and 475. 86 wins.
Right.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, it's possible.
So my point is...
27 Yankees.
Well, my point is that if the Royals win 86 games this year, they will be a losing team the rest of the year.
Well, I asked you how good are they, and you said 500.
Right. So I
want to see. So this team was 10 games over 500, and those OPSs sound Royals-esque. My point is this: if you can really, really pitch, which the Rays always can,
right?
I think there's a little bit of a learning curve. I'm with you. I keep looking at this offense, going, at some point there's got to be a stretch of 8 straight games where they only score above 4 runs once. Where they only score above 3 runs once, and they go like 1-7. Like, it does feel that way. Oh, a couple of 2-1 loss, 1-0 loss, 3-2 loss. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a run of those. It feels like that's coming. In fact, the other day we had J.J. Piccolo on, and he said as much. Hey, when he goes, our 2014 team lost, what do you say, 9 in a row?
Yeah.
Lost 9 in a row. He said, when we have that kind of adversity, we'll really know what we're made of this year.
Right.
And he said, and it's coming. Right, he's been around enough ball clubs that it's coming.
Yeah, even the best teams usually have at least a 7 out of 9 losing or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. So
the Dodgers have had it this year. The Yankees have had it this year. So yes.
But my point is,
had it early.
In 14, there was a little bit of, remember the greasy runs?
Oh, yeah.
And part of that was we weren't used to seeing the team that played a better brand of baseball. That greasy runs are out there against every turd